Hey, happy day, happy life, happy journey, happy day, happy life, happy journey. So grateful to be here with everybody. Welcome to another episode of Walking the Path. Um, Man, we've been walking the path for a while now, haven't we? I'm sure I'm grateful for that. I'm really grateful to be here today with you guys and to share with you a little bit about what's going on. Hey, everybody. Glad you guys are streaming in. Aloha, 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 aloha. Great to see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so grateful that you're here, and I'm so grateful to share this with you today. Um, Thank you all. Welcome from the Instagram world, from the Facebook world, from the YouTube world, from the Rhythmia world, from the John Jacob Mubarak world, from all parts of the world. Thank you for joining. Thank you for streaming. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So I always start, we have a topic each week, but I always start talking a little bit about what's going on at Rhythmia. So our topic this week is overwhelm, worry, not, right? And I got to tell you, I'm walking the path through this right now. But before I tell you about that, I want to tell you about Rhythmia this week. I've been, had the great pleasure of getting to teach this week at Rhythmia, basically a lot of classes this week. And it's so amazing to watch people. What's happening each week is this very particular kind of healing. It's healing something that happened it's healing a story that we've told ourselves about what happened. It's healing the narrative that we've put together that's been limiting us, and we don't think it's limiting us. But the things that happened to us as kids, whether they were traumatic, quote, like I was abandoned, I was abused, I was molested, or like not traumatic. I didn't get picked up in time. I didn't get to play Monopoly with my brothers and sisters. My dad said something to me, right? It doesn't matter. Anything on that spectrum causes us to create a story. Hey, Colette, great to see you. Welcome, everybody. Anything on that spectrum causes us to make up a story. And the story is what's disempowering. And that story gets lodged in underneath in our subconscious. And then we're adults and we're operating consciously. I know better. I know that's not true. I know this isn't the case consciously, but subconsciously, there's a contradiction. And all of a sudden, we find ourselves repeating the things that we've habitual thought patterns, habitual experiences. Things keep repeating themselves over and over again. It always seems to be the same experience, or something feels familiar, right? This feels familiar. That's because this old limiting belief underneath is still operating in the background, and we're unaware of it. So what happens with plant medicine, what happens with breath work, what happens as we go into deep states of meditation, what happens at Rhythmia in a week is that you see that moment. You see the moment when you made up a decision, you made a choice, you made up a story. For me, that moment was 5 years old, and I had a glass of orange juice. This is not trauma, man. Brothers and sisters, this isn't trauma according to like post-traumatic stress or anything like that, right? I wasn't running from bombs. I wasn't beat. But it's the story. It's the story that we tell ourselves. So I'm 5 years old. I go up to my dad. I say, or I'm sitting there. Yeah, I had a glass of orange juice. And I walk up to my dad and he goes, hey, what do you got there? I go, I got a glass of orange juice. And he says, oh, I'd like one too. And I go, I remember checking in with myself. Do I want to get him a glass of orange juice? No, I don't want to get him a glass of orange. So I go, I don't feel like getting you a glass of orange juice. And my dad says, okay, next time you want me to do something for you that I don't want to do, I'm not going to do it. Now, my dad was just trying to teach me that you got to do stuff you don't want to do, right? The story that I told myself was, I'm not safe. My dad's not going to do what I need him to do when I need him to do it. If I don't do what he wants, I'm not safe. I'm not safe was the first thing. The second thing was don't check in with your feelings, because checking in with your feelings makes you alone and unsafe. You better be concerned with what other people are thinking. In fact, be so concerned about what they're thinking, what they want, what their needs are. That's the way you get your needs met, by taking care of other people. That's what I learned in that moment. My dad didn't beat me. He wasn't being a bad dad. He was just doing the best he could. But the story I told myself was, if I don't give to get, I'm not going to be safe. If I don't give to get, I'm not going to be included. If I don't give to get, I'm not going to be okay. I'm not going to be accepted. I'm going to be alone. And even though as a spiritual practitioner, I know that God is my source and supply, that the world can't take anything from me because it didn't give it to me in the first place. I know all that. But there was this limiting belief underneath that was operating that said you got to give to get in order to be safe. That's what happens at Rhythmia. You see that. You see that. Thank you, self-love with Steph. I see trauma down the road can come from something minor. In fact, trauma is the story we tell ourselves. It doesn't matter if it's, quote, minor or not. It's the story. The story is what's powerful because we know people who, or we've heard stories at least of people who grew up in the projects, people who grew up on the streets and have made something of themselves. They scrapped their way up out of poverty, out of the hardest situation. They're the president of the Harvard Law Review. They're, multimillionaires, right? We know those stories. We also know stories of people who had every benefit in the world, had every possibility handed to them, and their lives are disasters, right? Complete fuck ups. So it doesn't matter what happened because for some person, they got all the benefits and they ended up in a crappy life. Some people got all the benefits and they ended up succeeding. Some people got none of the benefits and they ended up succeeding. Some people got none of the benefits and they ended up failing. So it's not what happened. It's the story that we tell ourselves about what happened. So that's what's going on at Rhythmia. That's what I want to tell you, that you guys can come and experience this in a week. All right, let me say hi to everybody. Michelle from South Africa. Hello, Rebecca. Can't wait for you to come see. Ishan, beautiful to see you, brother. Thank you. Shepherd, beautiful. Greetings from London. Thank you, Ishan. Thank you so much. And we got a lot of great people over here. Just saying hello to everybody in the Instagram world. Too many people to name. Gosh, thank you so much for joining. All right. Our topic today is worry, overwhelm, not. Okay. So, have you felt like things are just speeding up too fast right now? Like stuff is just getting, I hate this. Like you can see I got to have some light, right? So you guys can see me. But now you see the light in my glasses. So I'm just going to take them off because I don't like that. Okay, there we go. So are you guys feeling like a little bit of overwhelm? Anybody out there feeling overwhelmed? I've been feeling it lately, like really, really overwhelmed. Kelly from Arizona, hello. Michelle, South Africa, and Kenneth from San Diego. Okay, overwhelm. I'm feeling it, and it feels like I'm on the seat. I'm on the edge of my seat, and like anything could go wrong, right? At any moment. Like, okay, I think I'm holding right now. Woo, it's like a roller coaster, right? But this whole time, I've also been feeling like I'm doing so much, I'm getting a lot done, but I don't feel like I'm doing any of it well, And I've been in this like, kind of like it's right below the heart and in between the solar plexus, that like, gotta breathe, just keep breathing, but it's uncomfortable. So I've been in that for a while now. Rebecca says, yes, the energy is heavy. Steph says, feeling like you're coming out of it. I feel like I'm coming out of it too. And so I'm remembering a biblical quote, right? From Matthew chapters 5 and 6, the Beatitudes, the Sermon on the Mount, right? And Jesus is saying, consider the lilies of the field. Consider the lilies of the field. They toil not. And yet not one of them, and yet Simon or Solomon in all his glory is not arrayed as beautifully as one of those lilies. And by worrying, do we add one single hour to the day, right? Reverend Michael says, worrying is like paying interest on money you haven't even borrowed yet, right? So I started to remember this because it reminds me that worrying, or the emotions that come up around all of this external stimuli rushing through my sensory apparatus It's trying to tell me something. It's trying to get my attention. It's trying to protect me, right? It's just not worry. Oh God, I'm going to miss something. I'm not doing it well. Oh, too much. I'm overwhelmed. Oh, it's just trying to protect me. What is it trying to protect me from? So what I've started to think of it as is like my own, like God or spirit is my personal assistant, my virtual personal assistant, right? It's like the thing that worries, like, ding, that's just a little reminder. Place your awareness here. Ding, better place some attention over here and take care of that and move on, right? Rebecca says, meditation is my safe place. Definitely, I feel the true meaning of meditation and breathing exercises daily. Do it for me. Yes, Rebecca, that's a beautiful sentiment. I'm going to put it on the screen here. But here's the thing. Like, I've been meditating and doing breath work, and I'm still having these feelings, right? It's a mental thing for me right now, and there's an awareness that I want to place on it. So breathing is definitely a part of it, and daily meditation. If I wasn't doing daily meditation and breathing, it wouldn't feel like I was on the edge of my seat. I'd feel like I didn't have a seat and I was hurling through the planet, through space. So I stop and take a few breaths. Exactly. But then I got this push notification from an app that I really like called The Pattern. I want to read it. I printed it out because I want to read it to you about this. It says, today's a great day to think about the structures of your life and how they help to ground you. You're being encouraged to reflect on the practical lessons you've learned during recent attempts to set your plans in motion. Perhaps you're noticing that certain distractions are inhibiting your growth, or you're discovering that you need more structure in your life to feel productive and emotionally stable. Remember, you have the power to commit to intentional rituals that enhance your overall well-being. Only you can appreciate which routines best support your flow. So that was the thing right there, was ritual. What kind of rituals can I put into place? Well, some of those rituals for me are just affirmation, right? Like, all right, everything's fine. Everything works out for me. This is happening for me. Some of those things are just ways that I have to completely shift my mind and then ask myself, like, what am I doing? How's my sleep? Am I moving my body? Am I taking myself? Am I getting good nutrition? Am I taking my supplements? Right? Am I doing the things that support me? And sometimes I have to stop and say, what makes me happy right now? What brings me joy, or what feels like peace and ease? Because when I get in the hamster wheel of, oh my God, I'm not doing enough, or it's so overwhelming, or I have so much to do. I get kind of paralyzed and I get frozen. And then I'm thinking, whatever I'm doing is off track. I'm off the path. I need to just be doing this. But sometimes I really just feel like taking a walk or going to the beach or taking a nap, right? And it's like, oh, you can't do that. You're lazy. You've got too much to do. You're just shirking your responsibilities, right? Whip, 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 harder, faster, stronger, longer. I feel like Yosemite Sam, yeah, mule, yeah, mule, right? Well, here's the thing. Whatever feels like peace and ease will probably be more productive to me getting the stuff done that I need to get done than beating myself up harder, faster, longer, stronger. Whatever makes me joyful and happy are greater indicators of my ability to perform and my ability to experience abundance and prosperity than hard work. So the question then becomes, when I'm feeling overwhelmed and worried, I step into the lily of the fields consciousness, right? Lily of the field, they do not toil. They're not sweating. They're just blooming, baby. They're just blooming. They're just expressing. They're not worried about, is it going to rain tomorrow? Will I have enough water? Is the soil temperature going to be okay? They're just blooming. They're just living life. And by worrying about any of that, I'm not going to add any hours to the day or any money to my wallet or any time to the clock, right? So first I establish lilies of the field consciousness. Then I check in on my needs. How am I doing? Am I drinking enough? Am I hydrated? Am I getting enough sleep? Have I been good to myself? Right? Am I eating whole foods? Do I need to do 5 minutes of breath work? A 5-minute meditation? What do I need to do just to get centered? Checking in. Thirdly is seeing what I need right now, which could be seemingly off track. Could be seemingly off track, right? Like taking a nap might not seem like the thing to do when I have a deadline to get something done. But if taking a nap brings me joy and brings me into a state of peace, rejuvenates my body so that I can go back and take a 20-minute nap and get at work, right? Or taking a walk, things that might seem counterproductive, but bring you peace, make you feel at ease, bring you joy, bring you happiness, are going to be more productive to getting you and me back in the game, back on the track of what we need to do than forcing ourselves to do it. So really trusting ourselves. Can you trust yourself? Can I trust myself that I know what I need? And the mind is like, I know you're not enough. You've never been enough. Look, you did this in college. Remember, you just all that. No, I trust myself. If my body is saying something, I need to listen to it and try it. Try being aware of what you need and what would make you, what feels like peace and ease. What feels like peace and ease? That's the question. What feels like peace and ease? Do that. Do that. Water follows the path of least resistance, right? Non-resistance is an art. The sooner, or when we master it, the world is at our feet. Non-resistance is an art. The sooner we master it, the world is at our feet. So those are the 3 steps for overwhelm and moving out of overwhelm and worry, right? First step is lilies of the field consciousness. Second step is making sure I'm doing some things for myself: hydration, water, exercise, nutrition. Third thing is what feels like peace and ease. What will bring me joy? What makes me happy right now? Because all the reason why we're not doing whatever we're doing is because we're in resistance. And the more we push, the more there's resistance. But if I can move into a state of peace, if I can move into a state of joy, it'll be a lot easier to get done what I want to get done. So it's actually more productive to do the thing that looks like it's not the thing that I need to do, so that I can get back to the thing that I need to do by doing the thing that I'm not supposed to do. All right. So great to be with you all today. Thank you all so much. Instagram world, thank you so much for joining us. Facebook world, thank you. YouTube world, thank you. Rhythmia world, thank you. John Jacob Mubarak world, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Jerry. Thank you, Rhythmia. Thank you, Reverend Michael. Thank you, all my teachers. Let's just think of all the teachers we've had. All the teachers. Was there like a favorite teacher from grade school? Mine was Mrs. Manatee. I just loved Mrs. Manatee. I don't know why. I think it's because I liked her name. She was this little short, small thing, but her name was Manatee. I know. She was not a sea cow. So just think of all your teachers, all those special people that took a moment to teach you something, to teach me something. So grateful for all of our teachers and all the teachings that lead us from darkness into light. Just taking a moment now as we close out this talk and bringing into our awareness that right now, no matter what we're going through, right this second, all of our needs are met. Right this second. Let's anchor into all needs met consciousness right now. Because right now, if you're able to sit and listen to this, you're probably okay. You're not running from a bomb. You're not searching for a place to sleep. You got enough food. Right now, you're safe, right? So probably right this second, all your needs are met. Can we join together and create a vibrational field of all needs met? Let's join together. Everyone that's on this call, on all the platforms, close your eyes if you can and realize that right this second, all your needs are met. Right now, right this second, all your needs are met. Take a breath. And now, right now, this second, this now moment, all your needs are met. Take a breath. And now the next moment, are all my needs met? Do I need anything? I'm good. I'm good. Okay. All my needs are met. I'm safe. I'm safe and secure. Okay. All my needs are met. All my needs are met. Now, all my needs are met. We stay in this vibrational frequency of all needs met. We let ourselves feel it so profoundly right in our heart space. All of our needs are met. All of our needs are met. All of our needs are met. And we build a consciousness moment by moment of all needs met. We have everything we need, and we need everything we have. All of our needs are met. Everything is working together for our good. Everything always works out for us. We look across the fields of our harvest now and see the fields are shining white with the harvest, ready, ready. Our ship has arrived. It's in the harbor. It's heavy laden. There's so much good. We give thanks now for the good that we have received in life, all the blessings, all the teachers that have taught us, all the times that we've just gotten by the hair of our chinny chin chin, all those, whew, that was a close call. Boy, we've been protected, we've been guided, we've been guarded, we've been girded every step of the way. We live magical lives, protected, guided, and directed every step of the way. I know that all obstacles are cleared. For each one in the sound of my voice, all obstacles are cleared. Only angels and blessings remain on our path. Today is the day of our amazing good fortune. Today is the day of our amazing good fortune. A genius within you is released now. It's released now. All that is rightfully yours comes to you with ease and grace in a magical way. All that is rightfully yours comes to you with ease and grace in a magical way. This is what I'm talking about. All needs met. All of our needs are met. Everything's okay. Right now, we're all right. We anchor in this consciousness, and in this realization that all of our needs are met, we bring into our awareness those right now holding this high vibration, those right now that are looking for a place to eat, those right now that are struggling to find food, struggling to find a place to sleep, struggling to find clean water, running from bombs, running through landmines, looking for protection for their kids. Maybe they're on the street. Maybe they're in a town near you. Maybe they're in the Ukraine. Maybe they're in Syria. Maybe they're in Africa. Maybe they're in the United States. Maybe they're in Canada. We don't know. We just step into this realization that right now there are people looking for that. And we hold in our awareness the possibility, just a little bit, just the smallest possibility. All we need is the possibility that there's a world that works for everyone. There's a world where everybody has enough. There's a world where there's clean water for everybody. There's a world where everybody wants a house, has one. There's a world where the best and highest individual and collective good are emerging. We just hold that in our awareness right now. Let's just hold it just a minute. Just a minute. Breathe in. All your needs are met. All my needs are met. Let's extend that out. Let's extend that out for our brothers and sisters across the country, across our town, across our state, across our nation, across our world. Holding this awareness, we give thanks. Reverend Michael's been praying, and I join in his prayer of holding in our awareness those who are profiting off the sorrow of others, profiting off of guns, drugs, prisons, right? We just say a prayer that they realize their ultimate oneness with God, that we can't hurt someone else without hurting ourselves, that we really are one. We just say a prayer that they wake up. I love this. Reverend Michael prayed this the other day. He's been praying this recently, and I'm just so grateful for the awareness. So I bring it into my prayer. That they wake up. We wake up. We all wake up to the truth of our oneness with God, oneness with Source, oneness with life, oneness with beauty, oneness with love, oneness with prosperity and abundance, oneness with health and vitality, oneness with order and harmony and balance, oneness with creativity and elegance, oneness with poise and articulation, one with dynamic good, one. That we are one with it, that they are one with it, that there's no we and us and them and they, there's just one. And from this deep realization, we hold our awareness the possibility of a world that works for the best and highest individual and collective good. We let it feel good, that it's possible. We're holding that frequency. Take a deep breath in. Hold it at the apex. Hold that frequency. A world where all needs are met. All my needs are met. Everybody else's needs are met. Hold it. Hold it. It's possible. Release with an ah. And so it is. And so it is. Thank you all so much. 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 God bless you. God keep you. God shine his face upon you. Love you. All right. I got to turn both these off at the same time. Let's see here.